Hello Internet, this is my lovely, I don't think I've actually ever shown you the car. This is my lovely Jeep Wrangler Sahara. Unlimited, of course, 4-door, high feet. And I left a door open, I think. It is a very nice car that I much enjoy. Do enjoy driving. I have a lot of plans for this little sucker. Like aftermarket radio, aftermarket head unit, I mean. Because I was going to do Uconnect and have some iPod integration, but that fell through because Chrysler sucks. The dealer I was trying to go through stopped contacting me via email, and I've opted to not contact him via phone because I feel like he's going to be no help in the end. So I just decided to go aftermarket with that, and that's another task. Now, the stock headlights are Philips brand. They're Philips brand headlamps. I believe they're 55 and 60. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to upgrade them to these Sylvania Silver Star ZXS, I believe. They're 55 and 65 watts. And they also have the tagline for these are HID Attitude Xenon Power. I don't even remember. Xenon powered, something like that. Luckily, I found a very easy way to remove the headlights. As you can see, I also have another modification in. Some angel eyes, LED angel eyes. I'm planning to actually set these up today after I install these new headlights, because these new headlights will match the color temperature of the LEDs a lot more. So yeah, it'll be a fun little project. And this is also I also just have to find a short, because there's a short in the wiring somewhere, and I can't figure out where the frick it is. So I gotta do that too, which sucks balls. Okay. For those who care to know, 3.8 liter V6. Right now it's at about 16.6 miles per gallon average. I reset it recently, so because I had to get gas, and I had almost no gas. And this is my cruddy so far wiring for my angel eyes. What I'm gonna actually do, I have it run into the car right now. Through that, you see that little yellow insulation thing. I jammed a hole in it. And I'm gonna probably try to do a fuse tap somehow, because I bought a fuse tap, and it's an easy access fuse. So I just have to put in the fuse tap, figure out a way to run the cable out, and then call it a day. And crimp it. I forgot. I have to crimp the positive end, and then I'll crimp something to hook onto one of these. Maybe, possibly. I don't know. One of these ground locations. I kind of wanted to show you guys how smart I was in terms of putting these angel eyes on. Even though I believe there's I don't know where the short is. I made it a little disconnect right here, so that I can just, it's no harness, but it's the next best thing. Made a little disconnect so I can completely remove the front grille here, and without like ruining my lovely little angel eyes. Unfortunately, they're kind of hardcore, so I have to put down the phone to take them out, but you get the idea. So that's one bulb in. Look at that attitude. That is a beautiful attitude. I expected it to be a little bit more bluer, but you know what? Life goes on. I must say I do appreciate how it looks. Ooh, that's much nicer. Look at that. It's a beaut. Truly a beaut. Expect a little more xenon attitude, but you know, you get what you pay for. And again, these lights are like $56 light bulbs. Yeah. Now when it comes to this, there's a few things I have to test. I have to test for continuity. I have to see if this red wire is the same as this red wire, and vice versa. And I have to also make sure that this red wire won't show continuity when I'm touching the black wire, and once again, vice versa. I do have the power supply ready to go, so I can also test for voltage to see if I'm getting 13.8 volts DC on each line, on each wire, and then maybe, just maybe, I won't see the little reset button. See that little yellow reset button? If there's a short circuit, that is what will pop out. I'll have to press it, and hopefully it doesn't break. And time to pray. On. 13.72 volts. Good. That's very good. That's correct. And there's no load, so it's going to take a while to actually go back down to 0 volts. So I figured everything out. I think I figured out the problem previously when I tested it with a DC adapter in my car. I think what was happening was that one of those metal contact things where they were touching the metal frame of the car, causing a short to ground if it was the white end. They do work now. As you can see, they look very pretty. And now all that's left is to install the wire tap and the little end so that it can be grounded. All I have to do is insert the positive wire end into this little hole and crimp it with a wire crimper such as that, and call it a day. The only problem is, actually it's not even a problem, I don't even have to worry about it. I have a ground wire right here, so I can just figure out a place to output the cable, which that's the one problem actually, now that I think of it. And here we are, completely successful. Right now it's on accessory power, so I can turn off the accessory and then it will turn off these lights, and they honestly look great. I plugged them into with the fuse tap and then found a grounding point, which is right here actually, and then we have lights. And all I have to do, there's no simpler way than to turn off the car, to then turn them off. Awesome, very happy with the results. So, it's a chilly early September night. See how beautiful these look? Look at that. That's a lot more white than my previous ones. Got some alignment issues, but otherwise, no problem. The camera, you can see the difference between the two lights in the, because the old light used to be about that color temperature. Let's go inside the car. Sorry, I'm so dark. I don't have any gain on the exposure, so. I just need to do a little alignment because that's a little low. Nice Torx bit. Here, let me turn the ISO all the way down so you can observe the beauty that is this light. And then I just need to stop recording to actually, you know what I should do? I should compare with the angel eyes. So let me turn that annoying noise off. I left the ISO at 100, oops. They turn on immediately, which is my favorite part. No user action. They look really pretty. Look at that. Look at that beauty. I don't know if I can handle this. Because what's kind of good is that they're not high draw, so I just kind of can put them wherever I feel like, and here we go. They look good. And now let me turn the headlights on and see how they look with those on. I have a weird feeling that they won't match. Could be worse. I mean, they really don't match at all. But it honestly doesn't look that bad, even though it doesn't match. Which is good. Here, let me turn. Okay. Turn that way down. See if I darken the video. It doesn't look that bad. I'm happy with the results. I'm very happy, actually. Once I get these aligned, it'll be perfect, which I'm gonna do right now. Funny thing about my LED fog lights that I have installed, they're dim. The fog lights are turned off right now. They're just a little dim. It kind of looks eerie, but it's cool. So I'm not complaining. And let me turn off. Yeah, the fog lights don't really make much of a difference, so. But I'll be honest, I can tell when I take out the keys when it's pitch black out. So, I got that going for me. Alright, time to align. Thank you for watching this entire video on these Sylvania headlights. I'm very glad I upgraded to these. These are much better looking.